pointed out one of your favorites about New Orleans.
Right.
It was my favorite as well, Soldier's Angel. When you did Say You Will, and you did the Illuminate song,
Right.
can you sort of equate the New Orleans experience with the Illuminate experience? Because when you play, they show on YouTube, the song of New Orleans at the last concert that you did in New Orleans. Is there any way that you do Illuminate in the New York City area? If you could.
Well, you know what? It's like Illuminate, Soldier's Angel, when New Orleans. It's like those are in a group. Those three songs. You know? Fleetwood Mac never did Illuminate on stage. So, you know, again, that's a song that I also really love, and because I was there when it happened. And so, you know, I don't know. It's like, you know, someday we talk about this show that I would like to do where I actually pick all those songs that I love and you know, sing bits and pieces of all of them, because obviously I can't sing all of them, but I can sing parts of them, and I would love to do that, you know, because something, you know, when you go through a new record and you pick out, we've been very lucky on this record, we've been able to do 5 or 6 of these songs on stage. Well, that never happens. You never get to do that. So it has been awesome.
One of the words that you have in a lot of your songs, which everybody knows, is that Angel is repeated a lot of times. And when you met my son and myself at the Barnes & Noble signing a few years ago, I told you the story that he wasn't speaking too much. And then he said, when he started to sing your songs, the light went on, and I said, it was your light. There's one song that I thought that would cover a lot of people with disabilities, that you can use the word angel, like Special Angel or something, to really focus on that type of issue that a lot of people face, because every song you use angel in just hits a chord with so many people.
I know. I don't know why I write. I don't know really why. I don't know really why I write about angels, but I do. So I'll try to connect all those songs for you. Nice.
With Dave opening up the idea of you doing filming like this, would you ever consider possibly doing something for your whole musical career like this? Have you been to be set before you here? For your whole musical career of everything you've accomplished.
Am I allowed to
That's it.
am I allowed to speak on your behalf? Your Majesty. What I think personally would be really amazing to see is Stevie do a kind of one-woman show where it has imagery and bits of all our favourite songs and poetry that you've never heard. I mean, she says this poem, which we're going to put to a kind of music, but it's more like, the poem's more like a movie, you know, and Stevie first told it to me down the phone, and I couldn't believe it, so I told her to say it again while I quickly recorded it down the phone. And
the beginning of the movie is I read him that letter over the phone, and he recorded it. And then we actually went back and reread it and tried to do it a little bit more beautifully. And then at the very end, just like 3 weeks ago, we went back to the actual recorded phone one, which was the first time that I read that to him. And it was an hour and a half until the record was going to go out. And so we went back to the original, because the original had a certain sort of feeling that I couldn't capture when I tried to reread the letter, you know, where it says, "This is Dave's and my baby, and we give her lovingly into your arms, into your dreams." I could never say it again quite like I said it there, so we just said, forget it, even though the quality's bad and it's a phone conversation and it's recorded over a phone, let's just use the original one, which is really kind of we're superstitious in a way, you know, where it's like, my dad always used to say, don't fix it if it's not broken. And that, like, a lot of the things that we did on this record, we didn't fix because they weren't broken.
Yeah, I think that there's, yeah, I got it. So much poetry that you guys haven't heard that she's written, and some of it needs music and some of it doesn't. And I think there's something in that to come out, you know, in the future that will be a mixture of all great moments that Stevie has created, mixed with poetry you haven't heard. And I keep visualizing that anyway. And when I get Stevie in a corner, I mumble it in her ear sometimes.
It's an interesting idea, and you know, because I mean, needless to say, you saw the table full of books, and that's not the half of it. So, you know, at some point, I'm starting. He's been talking to me about this for over a year now. And I'm starting to listen and think, you know, maybe I could do this kind of one-woman show where there would be songs, there would be poetry, there would be stories, there would be interaction with the audience, there would be like an amazing... There would be like, maybe like if you're in a room like this, you'd actually have, like you do in Ghost, you'd have like the video walls going down the side, all the way down to the ends and back, so that you'd have stuff happening so that the audience would be, so it would be very interactive, says she who does not have a computer or a cell phone.
Not even a cell?
He pushes me into places like that I would never go. But I'm seeing it, I'm starting to see that could be like amazing, you know, and so this whole thing has opened up, I think, to both of us, dreams of things to come. Dreams of things to come. And that's what it's great about, you know, I mean, because it's totally fun for me to be able to talk to you guys. And because, as you know, you can get it, you're getting that I love to talk. So,
We love to listen to you.
it would, you know, so something like that would be great. Okay. I'm sorry.
Why not publish?
I will. I will.
Will there be a tell-all book?
No. No, because you know what? I think it's very unclassy to write.
You know everyone wants to know.
You know, it's like, first of
Lots of
all,
the
if you went
imagination.
back and if you really want to know everything, just go back and read all the interviews from
Right.
1973.
Right.
Because you can find them all on your
Yeah,
computers,
they're there.
which is why I don't have one. So the thing is, if you want all that, you can find it. But the fact is that if I were ever to really write a book, I would write it in vignettes, and I would write the really exciting stuff and the stuff that knocked me out. You
That's
know,
the stuff we wanna
The
hear.
first time I got on the 738 jet, instead of, you know, drove up to a 738 jet that was Fleetwood Mac's jet, and said to, like, John McPhee, what the hell? You know, I mean, it's those things, you know, the first time we walked out on stage in front of 10,000 people, the first time I got my beautiful first black chiffon outfit, you know.
Right.
It's like, there's so many brilliant things that are so much more fun than dredging out the darkness, because the darkness is already out there. Everybody knows about it. So I would prefer to write a really beautiful book with
I would love
art
it.
and poetry and experiences and, you know, and yes, would I talk about some of the fantastic men in my life? Of course I would. But I would tell you all the great things about them. I wouldn't tell you about all the dark things, because who cares? I don't care anymore about it, so who cares?
Stevie, did you ever search for the young man, the young child that was one of the inspirations for the movie? So did you ever try to find him?
We Oprah found him and has had him on. I didn't know this either, but she's had him on her show. Of course, he's now, so that was what, 2005? So he's probably 9 or 10, maybe. So he's, you know, 17 years old now. And I think he ended up going to music school. I don't know, but he's good. And he's famous from that moment, because I'm not the only one that saw that. Because when I saw him, that's when I went to my desk. It was like that. He is the absolute inspiration for that, was just his little face and his little way he so eloquently delivered, like, what the heck is going on here? And told us, really. I mean, it was so specific, you know. So anyway, I'd really love to meet him someday.
Okay, we've got to end.
Okay, we can't. We have to say one more thing. I would like just one lady out here in the audience to stand up, and her name is Miriam. Miriam, you have stolen our hearts. When I saw you sitting in my room, in my living room, on those two screens, and I looked at Shane, our editor, and I said, she is so beautiful, and what she is saying is so amazing, and she is in the movie. Anyway, Miss Thing, you have got a real starring role in this movie, and so I want you to know that this is your movie too. So you feel it in your heart. Thank you so much for that wonderful video. All right, I know you're kicking us off. Thank you so much, everybody.
Okay, everyone, we've got another movie coming.
Thank you, thank you.
So,